Well, howdy-ho everybody, Monte back for a new episode of Transport Fever Adirondack. You can see our fuel is flying in, even that crude. Had to do double trains on here, but we've seen so much fuel. I'm hoping this is just our money maker. And we're going to be moving on this episode, doing something completely new with the new industries. New yet old. Our focus is going to be... Look at this guy right here. Look at this guy right here. Not this guy right here, but at the same time, this guy right here. We're going to be finding a processing plant, and we're going to be making bread. Now, we can either use milk to make bread, or we can use the beef to make bread. I was thinking maybe even double supplying. Use beef and milk to make bread. Might cause some trouble, just like back in the day where you either went grain or livestock. But there's more to it, more to it. You can't just get grain all easy now. You got to get fertilizer. And then fertilizer, where do you get fertilizer from? So this brought up comments and suggestions and things like that. People wondering, hey Monty, like how do you know what you know? How do you know what needs what? And one trick in the game, even in the game, is, by the way, this is a new construction material train. We're going to be taking a look at him by the Great Lake as we talk. But pull up your little information button on the bottom left. Pull up your industries, which is on the bottom right of the bottom left. And what you do is pull this up here. Sorry, it's a little small. However, you know, we're going to play with it either way. Bring up the requirements. You can go by product. You can go by production. But right now we're going to go by requirements. So, right? A forest. Let's look at this forest. Forest is just wood, right? Doesn't need anything to be a forest. Maybe seeds if you really got intense. But anyway, by the hand of Monte, there is wood. There is also coal. There is iron ore. There is stone. And there is crude. And there is also fertilizers. That's all of our resources that we can pull straight from the ground and put to use. Now, as we know, crude can be used for fuel. Stones can be used for construction materials. Everything else needs to go through a much larger process to get to the end good. So, for example, wood is used to make planks. Nothing new there. That's old school. However, now you need the grain to make the livestock and the grain to make the milk. However, the milk is at a dairy farm and the regular farms just produce the cows. So there's more of that. Now the crude produces fuel, but it does also produce oil because we're going to need oil to produce chemicals and plastic because we're going to need that for clothes. So it keeps going, right? Fuel is good. The raceways, there's actually, if you guys didn't catch it, kaboom, we actually have some raceways, like from the America campaign. I don't know if the Europe campaign has any raceways. Anyway, these demand just fuel, so we could just be dumping fuel straight off. We also have landfills that are going to need recycling, which is going to be an output of something, right? Okay, and now our grain silos they need to make grain, you need fertilizers. To make cotton, you need fertilizers, right? To make bread, which is what we're doing now, you need livestock and milk, right? So, same old news with iron ore and coal. That's for steel and slag. So, we'll talk more and more. I don't want to totally go into it. The other special one that's a little complicated, and not so complicated, but just a little tricky, is the limestone and minerals, right? You are actually going to be getting those. If you look, you're like, hey, under the raw resources, there is no, they don't exist, right? Right? Where's the minerals? Where's the limestone? Well, once you dig enough, so let me go find a place where we've been digging, which is our stone, right? That's what we were just taking a look at. So this guy right here, he picked up some construction materials. Ooh, 144 out of 144. Now, train number 10, yet to be named. If you check, let's check him out since he is kind of new to the series, is the 282 Mikado. Right? So that guy Get rid of the red numbers. I'm loving all the money coming in while I'm chatting away. That guy is supplying Rochester, Oswego, and Syracuse. Okay, good news, good news. While we have our big train right here, our first electric, the Milwaukee, I believe. Right here, the Milwaukee Road Class EP-2. Now this guy's just a straight shot all the way over. Remember, we puzzle pieced this guy together. So when I last left you, we built out the stone car here. Now this guy cruises over here to his Utica Quarry, which I did some decorating, added a lot more stone to the mountain, a little stone mountain here. Now notice after the stone was dug for a while, boom. Limestone is now available. So we're going to talk more about that later when we get to it. But this episode, it's finally time to get to it. Let's make some bread. Now I have puzzle pieced all the hard things together. Because bread, where's it go? First off, where's the bread gotta go? Now what I'm thinking is commercial. And here's a commercial building and it needs tools, bread, goods, and some t-shirts, some good old clothes. And we're working on food. I call it bread, but food. All right. Now I've added stops. If you look into our land value, underground rail stops in both Toronto. Shout out to Robbie, our Toronto follower. And I've got a stop here in Hamilton, and boy, they're just driving off the edge of the world here. Defying gravity. And what I'm going to be doing is probably extending this out and adding a stop to Niagara Falls. Because you got to have the demand, right? So that means we've got stops in the commercial sections. And where is this train going, you might be asking. So let's check it out. And here we have it. We're going to add, like I said, I'm going to puzzle piece some of it together. It's not all finished, but we're starting from the demand. And here is the bread, the food, the big boy right here, Toronto Food Processing Plant. So this is where we're going to have to bring our cows and milk. Now you could do just one or the other. I'm going to do both to see how it goes. So let's go ahead and do that. All my stations are 320. We're going to start out a little bit slower, and I'm wondering how big I want to go, depending on the money, because I want to just kind of get it cooking, get it started, and then throw some big boys on here. But you know what? I think I might go with the, that's so expensive, the Milwaukee class? No. We'll go with the 282 Mikados. Let's get a few of these guys running. Get some old timers while we still can. 1965. It's only 1941. And let's see what we need for milk and what we need for livestock. So for milk, we're going to need the tank cars. I'm going to say it's milk. And we are going to add 100 milk. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10. Okay, and then where is grain and cement? Boxcars. Our boxcars are going to get our livestock. Okay, so we want to say livestock only. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. And some more milk. 1, 2. Okay. 310. That's good. Set line. New line. Moo line. Let's see if it's connected. We're going to go up here. So we're going to start. Let's at least get it started. Let's pause the game. Set line. New line. We're going to call it the moo line. Moo line. Ha ha ha. Because it's cows and milk. And we're going to add a station. And the first station is going to be this guy, the Toronto Halt, which you can't get to from here, which is funny. The next station is going to be connecting up these. Now, I wanted to show you this live. Crossing here can be a pain. So if you're using this map, you're going to get a lot of terrain alignment issues. Here's my tip. Showing you my tips here, all right? So start further back. And when you go out a little bit, no, this is a bad spot to show. Go out a little bit. Make sure you're going up already, okay? You don't have to go crazy up, just up a little bit. This is gonna go ahead and start the platform early. You see what I'm doing here? And then I can flatten it out. And now no terrain alignment. So you wanna make sure you get the building going here instead of out on the edge. And then you just piece it here, which I'd say okay, which I don't wanna do because I don't wanna spend all that money. And it's like this, I'd piece it there. Now, to finish it, it might automatically work. It might not. And it looks like if I go straight, this is gonna get pulled off. But if not, I'd do the same thing back the other way. Or I'd lift it up, bring it up and down, and go from there. So anyway, you gotta just play with it, is the end story there. Play with it, and everything's happy. All right. Gonna slow down to 86, but I think that's safe. For going across the bridge, I will allow some slowdown. The real questioning is, can I double up on this? See, I get terrain problems if I try to double track this. What if I double track it on this side? Ooh, this side's happy. Now let's see, can I make the turn? Because I'd like to double this up a little bit, which it looks like I'm gonna be able to do. I just need the money. So much for money, so we are gonna let the game run so I can make money while we run here. Fix this up a little bit. Now remember, we're going, where are we going? Cows and milk. That's what we gotta remember. We're on a mission for cows and milk. Oh. So that'll be a dairy farm and a regular farm. Nope, just dairy farms. Let's see. So I'm doing a flip here because here we go. Grain for dairy, our regular farm here. This is going to be one of the stops. So this connects across. And it connects this way, and it goes this way, and it goes this way. And it connects right up here, which is our dairy farm. And that's all connected. So, let's bring up our trains. This guy, nope. Moo line. I'm gonna delete that. We're gonna go add a new line. It's gonna go from here, from the dairy farm. It's gonna go then and stop here. And then it's going to go and stop there. Right? Right. Good. Let's color this. Wow, is white going to be hard to see? But it'll be like a milk line. Let's see it. Let's see it all happen now. Will the train leave? No, you're going to set line. You're going to go to the moo line. All right, that's connected. Click on the moo line to bring it up. So it connects here. We're going to have an outbound train, which I need to add. And it's going to be getting the goods. So we're just going to go something small. The goods. The goods is in bread. Nope, the goods is in food. So boxcars. Carrying food. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. Just for now, that's good enough. Set line. New line. You go from the halt. And you go there and there. Underground passenger stations. Love them, love them, love them. That just changes the game. I'm telling you what. I tell you what, Bobby. And we got this going. Now let's see. We got the money. We doubled it up. How's that track look here? Good and good. I really wanted this to be on the other side, but that's fine. We're going to have a little crossover here. So, since we're going to add a train on this other line, I'm going to go ahead and put my signals down now to make sure they don't interrupt each other. And hopefully by putting signals on all 4 spots there, no one really ever has the bad enough luck to actually have to stop for another train here. It should be good. Good gravy. Good goodness. We have to then... This is kind of jumping ahead on a puzzle piece, but I'm just going to connect this to connect it. because that's where our fertilizers are getting grain, right? So a lot going because we still have to deliver. See, we've got the milk and the cows going to the processing plant. However, we don't have grain coming here. So that's what we've got to fix. This guy's going to cut across. He's going to cut across. Here. What I want him to do is cut all the way across here. Oh man, see, it's a buildy episode, but that's we've been waiting for this one. We've been waiting for this one. I'm gonna have that cut all the way across. So grain's gonna be coming up this way, getting dropped off, and then there's gonna be grain going and dropping it off. All these guys, man, I wish. Oh no, fertilizers. No more wishing. Let's just let's add the fertilizer train, and I'm gonna add a depot right to the end of this guy. Come on now, click on. Nope. N, not M. Okay. 282 Mikado? Yes, please. And we are going to go with fertilizers, which, yes, hopefully they are stored in this tank. Boom, boom, boom. Money? Money, money, money? Oh, as soon as I say that, it takes all my money. I see how it is. Keep buying more, though. Okay. Broke's okay. We're going to set line, new line. I'll upgrade these as soon as we get it going. I just want to make sure it's going to work. New line. We're gonna call this the pooper, because it's delivering fertilizer. And where is this? Nope. Go here. Just trains. Pooper. There we go. You start here in the fertilizers, right? All right. You're gonna start here, Plattsburgh West. And you're going to cruise down here, you're going to cruise this way, and then you're going to dead end there. So we got to finish this off, connecty, like that. And you're going to keep cruising this way, you're going to keep cruising this way, and then you're going to cut over... definitely don't need 2 tracks here, but we will... Better to have 2 tracks than... Not enough tracks. All right. We'll do something with this line eventually. Maybe add some passengers to it. Sorry, that was a little lag glitchy McGlitch. So I'm going to put a signal there. And we're going to bring back the poopa. And after Plattsburgh West, he's going to go up and across and drop off grain there. Good. He's out of way of the delivery of grain. Now, grain deliveries. Next. Like I said, I could go with just this livestock, but I wanted to get grain going to both. I thought that was cool. And for that, I think I don't really have the money, but I have the money. I want to do something separate. I was really hoping to get a third rail here, but I can't get that terrain alignment problem. What about the other side? Can I pick? Oh, I can. I can get that third track in. Okay, that's how this is gonna go. That's how this is gonna go. Now, how far down can this third track go? Oh, golden. Living on the edge, my friends. Curvature too much, eh? That's fine, I can fix that. We can build it better. Gotta love the track building. Okay, so now this guy's gonna come in here. That line's gonna be crazy like craziness. Slow speed. I was going medium speed, which was a bit too fast for my likings. This guy can go... Oh, I'm so confused. This guy's going to be this guy. Okay, so this guy's going to go all the way across like that. Okay. This is going to... Go away, go away. Go away. This line's going to go this way and hit here. This line is going to be the grain line, which I'm going to have it cut its own path. And this is going to connect here. All right. All right. Now, we got more things to do here. I want this guy to cut all the way across. I guess I'm going to have to put a waypoint, which is fine. And between here, you're going to make sure you hit up that waypoint, and that forces them out to the outside. And then by signals, it's getting a little crazy, I know. By signals, I'm going to put those guys back. Okay. Now, fertilizer's being delivered. We now need to deliver the grain. The grain's going to be coming out on this outside path. Outside path, outside path. And this is supposedly, I made it to be an independent line from the livestock and milk line, which it looks like it is. Well done. Well done. So we are here, my friends. All I have to do now, add one more train to this craziness. And I hope you guys all cross your fingers and help me. Help me. Help me with the train fever love. And let's get the food rolling. We've been starving since 1850. It only took us 90 years to get food going. Now, food. This is grain. This is going to be a lot of grain. Let's move grain with electric? Nah. Yeah. No. Mikado. Mikado and grain. Remind me. Ooh, we get to use the hopper. The hopper. And we go in grain. We're going to buy as many hoppers as we can. Really, we're going to buy as many as we can. Whoo, 220? 220? Borrow, 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 borrow. Because if I'm going to get one full, I might as well do it now. 3. Oh! Borrow, 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 borrow. One more. There we go. Set line, new line. You go from here. You go here. And you go there. And you are going to be the color of grain, which is kind of orange. Now, I do need signals. And I need a waypoint. I need a waypoint because at the moment I have lines using the same lines. Like, that's no good, my friend. So waypoint. Waypoint, waypoint, waypoint. Routes, routes, routes. You are supposed to go on the pooper. There you go. Line 18. You are supposed to go from Utica North. Hit that guy up. There you go. And then on the way back, hit that guy up. There you go. Magic, right? It was magic. With this in mind, I have to come up here and make sure I put signals here and here. If not, they'll wait all the way back, way back, and not get anything done. So who's doing what? Who's confusing who? You're moving. Train number 12. Okay, you're the good grain. Let's see. You're moving. Train number 6, that's good. So you're hopefully picking up cows and milk. Who else? Who else? This guy. Bringing the fertilizer. So fertilizer to the moo line. The moo line to there. The grain out. And, yeah. We also have the train taking it to the end. Train 8. So what we should start seeing is details, potential. We have 172 potential. And we are starting to see number of items which could be ordered from suppliers, meaning we're starting to order both livestock and milk. And as you can see, as these cities grow and as we add more cities, this potential for food will go up. Make sure you add multiple cities. If you add just one city, you might find like, let's find a tiny city. Ottawa, for example, only wants 53 food. So you'd set up this whole line and the highest demand you're going to get is 53. So that's why I went for Toronto and Hamilton. Like they're close together. I can even add Niagara Falls, like I said. And that's really going to allow this line to grow. Really, really grow. So what we want to see first and foremost is fertilizer plant. So I'm going to close all these because this lags up your game even more. See, it's rendering all these different little screens. So now that we know everything's moving, nothing's in its way, we want to make sure fertilizer is being made. Plattsburgh Fertilizers details stored 28, moving on up. Potential moving on up. Very nice. So do a little cheat here. This guy, I'm going to flip him back around and have him come on home. Now what I did here for later, I remember why I double tracked. It definitely is for later. I wanted a nice line that cuts down and around and goes under here. I don't know if it's going to be a passenger line or what. I think it might just be the line that I'll eventually have hooking up to the close. Anyway, things for the future, things to think of. Man, I feel like I rambled a lot just building track, but that's what we're doing, man. This is a good one. Let's sit back, go double speed, let the money come in, pay off our crazy debt, and hopefully, by the time we get this chain going, we're going to be making some money. Big time money. And then next episode, I don't think I'm going to jump on another new industry. I think I'm going to flip back because we're going to be probably in the later 1940s, maybe 1950 when I bring you back. We're going to be playing with a lot more passenger rail. We're going to be having the New Haven line, some special mods I'm going to be showing off for that. And I will show you some of the pre-built bridges in the New York City area. Excuse me. So this should all be happening. Happening. I'm also going to be doing a lot more detailing as well. I had some detailing done on a save file that wasn't working anymore. So when I went back and replayed, a lot of my detailing went away. So I'm going to go back. I've got it all here. Down here, if we look at it, I've got all kinds of cool stuff, especially like the industries. And I love that I can put like individual like boxes and stuff down. Like, you know, that's a weird place for a box, but we can. But I would probably put, you know, a few of these little things up here. We can do the textures. I love messing with a little bit of the industries. Oh, we got to go put a lighthouse somewhere. Let's go put it out on the lake. Put it out on the lake. Maybe by Toronto, out by this international airport. Something out here. Is there any little random landmass? No, there's not. So you know what? I'll throw it on this corner right here. Maybe up top. That's interesting. It doesn't have a little house or anything. But what I could do is just throw a little bench, you know, if you want to come sit out. Wow, look how tiny that little bench is. Where is it? Where is the little bench? There it is. You can kind of come out here, sit outside, put a little lantern out here, crazy stuff. The crazy stuff we can mess with. We got a lot more mods on the way, though. Rocky cliff it up a little bit more around here. And build a little road. Little loop. Nope. 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 Yep. Nope. Yep. There it is. There we go. Little turnaround. And just hit this up, hit that up. Clean it all up. Yeah, there we go. We'll do some things like this. And some things like that. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Boom. Now it connects to nowhere. You can go drive out. Enjoy the lighthouse view. Look at that. We got fertilizer on the way. This is going to be our first drop off of the fertilizer while we've been playing around. Here we go. Watertown. Getting your grain silo on. What is your potential? 58. Good enough. Here it comes. It's going to get dropped off. You're going to actually see it get unloaded here at the factory. Love that it's all real. Actually shows up. Very cool. Neat fertilizer looking. All this is, remember, that's a total mod. Not included in the vanilla game. Very cool. But we have the grain going. Nice. Now that the grain's going, we can have the grain truck. This guy? Yeah, he can kind of flip back around. Do a little magical flip around. And I'm liking it. I almost was going to do a little a bend here. But I liked having the little bend around. So I've got some work to do here. I'm going to add some more farm plots. Really detail it out nice. Thought about skipping and going this way. But like I said, I think how I'm going to fill it out. It'd be a little weird. I like that they got to turn, and flip around this way. It looks nice. I can dig it. So we got a bunch. This is the overkill grain train. But it will get to the point where it needs that amount of grain. Now, did I really have it do that? I have it dropping off grain there, and hold on. Utica North, then Watertown North. No, well then there, then down there. Okay, that's weird, but I can do it. I can dig it. No! Here's why not. Here's why not. I was thinking that it's going to take the full load of grain all the way up there, and then drop off here. That's... when it's weighed down, he's going to go slower, I do believe. So let's change this up a little bit. This guy's going to be number 1, so we're going to remove that. I'm going to remove that. 1, 2, no, 1. 2's going to be that guy. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. Does that keep him on one side? No, it does not. 2. Oop, sorry. Remove. Yes. Oh! Ah! Oops. Start. There. 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 Well done. Like a burnt steak. There we have it, my friends. Well done, well done. We're going to pay off the rest of our loan. We are going to have some extra cash, 2 million in the bank. Not the kind of money we'd like to see, but still money. Unfortunately, with the deletion of that line, yeah, that's right. I accidentally deleted all my grain, but it's working. We know it's working. Oops. So that kills like a year, you know, like those bad things happen, unfortunately. The fertilizer. Did I accidentally pop that out wrong? Nope, it's bringing more fertilizer. So, starting fresh, but it is working. Fresh fertilizer. That'll be good. That'll be good. Good. And everything's good, my friends. So, that is the crazy train chain that is food. How is our Junkers doing? The Junkers. Anybody? Anybody? We just got a Douglas DC-4. If you're not doing good, I will replace you. And was that the big boy? So these guys are starting to get a little beat up. Got his little exhaust pipe sticking out the front, though. It seems like that would just cloud right up on my windshield. Cloudy that up. Better get out there and wash that. And, you know, the only place I've been where I've noticed that is when you go to Japan. Because, you know, everyone goes to Japan. When you go to Japan, that's the only place where I've seen where they actually, like, get all up outside and, like, clean out the windshields of the jets, like, after each flight. Very interesting. Just extra stuff, extra details. But anyway, we got a lot done. It was less looking at trains and more just building out the industry. But remember the tips. Use this industries to your advantage. If you are stuck on wondering, hey man, how do I make bread or food? This will let you know what's required. Just remember, and we'll talk about it a little bit more in detail, like the limestone and the minerals. You're not going to see them early on in the game. Doesn't mean it's broken. It just means it's not there yet. You actually have to dig down in your stone and such to get that working. So that's going to be one of the next items that we're going to be working on. But next time, like I said, we're going to work on passengers. And the next new industry I want to work on, is, I would say, the clothes. Because breads, it was a new industry chain, but it's still old school. Tools and machines are the same. Construction materials we're already doing, and fuel. So cement will be the last one because that's kind of the biggest bear of them all. But we're gonna do clothes because we already got some fuel lines going, so we'll get some oil conversions going pretty well. I think I'm gonna be doing that over here in central New York, a little bit of Pennsylvania maybe, and leave this area alone. But this is doing really well. Adding that second train onto the crude really helped us get some more fuel processed. So I'm going to have to add another train here to our NH fuel line, which is our New Haven fuel, which goes all the way and provides New York City with their fuel. So that's really, really bumped up. 228 is just not enough. We've got 500 something sitting here. So extra trains for all the lines, I think. And that's why I will see you in about 10 years. Good training, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I have a Transport Fever coming out every week or so, and mix it around with other game reviews and such. Got more of those on the way as well. So always fun. See y'all next time. Peace on out.